up a whole bunch of things in my head that I want to say in my heart. And sometimes I kind of confuse which should be the best things to say to you on this brand new year. Of course, this is the second week of January 2011. And as you've all been around the Lord's table, you have felt a joy of being able to start all over in your past week. That's what I get out of communion. There's a brand new beginning for each of us. And I want you to think about that during our service today as we begin 2:11. Now I have a notebook, 2011. And so far, I've just got a few pages in there. And so far, there's not much on them. But I plan. And my resolve is that this year, by the end of the year, the notebook's going to be standing up like this. It's going to be crammed full of good things that we can do to the glory of God. It's going to be crammed full of things that we have done to be able to help those brothers and sisters and those that are in need and those that are suffering and those that are in sorrow and those that absolutely need someone to lift them up. So today I want to talk to you about relocation. You know, we saw the big devastation of the hurricane the tornado in Sunset Hills. Many people up there have to relocate. We look down at Fort Leonard when we see many of those families are having to relocate. And we think about jobs. Many times our jobs require us to relocate to a different area, many times a different state, and sometimes a different country. And we think about tragedies that happen in our lives that cause us sometimes to want to get away, to relocate somewhere. And sometimes we get kind of depressed and say, I'd just like to get in the truck and just drive out into the sunset and never look back. And sometimes because of the embarrassing things that may have happened to us in our lives in certain areas, we want to get away from those things and create a brand new life. And that's what New Year's about for us. So today we will relocate. We'll relocate our entire being, not in the physical sense necessarily, but in the spiritual sense. And I want you to get to the point where you are satisfied and you're at peace with God and Jesus Christ. And the only way to do that is this year you must find yourself at the foot of Jesus Christ day by day. You have to fill the notebook, guys. You can't just nonchalantly come to church on Sunday morning and expect that to suffice your entire Christian life throughout the week and throughout the year. It takes more than just an hour service. Religion is a wonderful thing, but it is a thing that you develop, and it comes as normally or as naturally to you as breathing does. When we think about the church has a lot of potential. You have a lot of potential because you are the church. But we must develop this potential as we relocate our principles and our ideas and our motivations and our desires. So this year, as we think about the things we might change in our lives, the things that we might personally, individually look at and say, these things need to be changed in my personal life. And I'll guarantee you, when you change something in your personal life to the glory of God, it has a ripple effect. It changes those around you. It changes your church. It changes your families. And so New Year's, I don't know how many of you have made any resolutions. Many people don't make resolutions because they don't think they might be able to fulfill them. Well, that's a big old cop-out. What God really wants from us is the same thing He's always wanted from us. The same thing He wanted from us from the very beginning. He wants you to be committed. He wants you to be dedicated. He wants you to be sacrificing. He wants you to put your priorities in proper place. He wants you to relocate those priorities to whereas they all glorify God. That's what He wants. And that's what we must give Him this year. Well, of the greatest men